Hello, hello, hello. Today we're gonna go over Awakening Warrior before I decide to eventually quit the game later this year. I won't be forever quitting. It's just more like I have to move away from BDO as a content creator kind of situation. It's just there's nothing left for me to do. There's nothing going on in this game, and I've already gone over the whole rant on why I'm basically done with this game pretty much. But before I leave, I wanted to do a series of videos where I'm leaving all the new players that may or may not come into the game and have some kind of, dedicated console player that teaches them how to play their class, what gear to get, just overall beginner tech that could help them get their footholding in the game and whatnot. So before I decide to inevitably quit, I do want to get this out of the way and kind of just leave you guys with something to work with throughout this year. I just want to note really quick that some of the information is subject to be changed, as Pearl Abyss makes changes quite often where classes get nerfed, buffed, and so on and so forth. So some of the information may be changed somewhere down 2023, but as of right now, everything that I'm going to be releasing this month should relatively hold true for a good bit. So we're going to start with Awakening Warrior. This is the easiest, I wouldn't say the easiest actually. I'd say that this is one of the more all-rounder classes that you can kind of do whatever you want. If you like skirmishing, 1v1ing, small scale stuff, you'll have fun with this. If you like grinding, you'll definitely have fun with this. He has a lot of mechanical, there's a lot of mechanical happiness with this character that feels really good whenever you kind of are just throwing abilities for hours, which is why I've enjoyed this character for so long, because he's just so mechanically fun that you can, it makes grinding a little bit more bearable, which is, I feel, what you need whenever you're grinding these long, ridiculous hours trying to make money getting gear. So these are the add-ons that I'm currently running. These are GTL Empires add-ons, I believe. I can't remember if I made any tweaks or not. I don't think I did, but for the most part, this is what you're going to be working with. It's going to be super nice and easy combo. So with that being said, let's kind of move into the combo here. So you're always going to start with blocking as a warrior. The reason you do that, if you look in the bottom right, you will see two icons above the three icons that I have there, the little buffs. So the shield buff and the sword buff, basically that gives you DP and AP every time you block. If you take a look here, it's called Great Sword Defense, and you get 20 DP and 26 AP. That is just for merely blocking. So that's huge. That's genuinely huge. So before you engage on any mob or anybody really, you're always going to want to have this buff up at all times. Now the combo for this is going to be really, really simple. There's a couple ways to do it. The first way is by block canceling literally everything, and that's the complicated way. That's like the warrior, enjoyer, expert, if you want to run that way. I prefer to do it that way because it translates very well to PvP, and that's what I do nowadays, more or less. So I don't like to do it the way I'm about to show you, because this is the beginner friendly grinding way, but I do recommend that eventually you switch to the other way. So the way this is going to work is you're going to use Heaven's Cleave off of lock. So normally warriors will kind of lock this ability and use it off of block cancel because it comes out faster. But as a grinder and a beginner player, you're going to want to play with this unlocked just so you can use this a bit more easily. And the same thing for, I'm trying to remember, was there another ability that I locked? I don't think so actually. Oh, Overwhelm actually. I play with Overwhelm locked, but again, this will be easier for you as a beginner whenever you're playing with it unlocked. So normally how these abilities work, right? You would block in between abilities. So let's take for example, we go to the side right here and then you block, and then from this point you would go into Overwhelm, block again, and then you would stay protected and whatnot. That's usually how block canceling works, but you're a new player. You don't need to worry about all that just yet. So the combo is going to be Solar Flare. All right, so it should just forward RB, Solar Flare. Super simple. You're just going to start with this all the time. From block always, gather the mobs in front of you, Solar Flare, press the A button for Overwhelm, A button again for Armor Break, and then from there you're going to press the RT button, which is going to go directly into Heaven's Cleave. So you go 1 2 3 4. Simple as fuck. Super simple. Now from there, it's just pretty much Reckless, Ankle Break, Pulverize, Tempest, and then Slashing the Dead, and then Grave Digging. Reckless is going to be this ability, and then Ankle Break is going to be back B, and then you're going to do back RB, hold it till you get Tempest to come out, and then you do Slashing the Dead, which is LTRT, and then grave digging, and then the mobs should most definitely be dead. Mind you, if the mobs are not dead, you can throw merciless, you can throw frenzied strikes, which is pretty good. These abilities all hit very hard and are all very good. So that those are just kind of filler damage abilities if you have to throw, you know, extra abilities out there to kill mobs, but usually you're not going to have to. So altogether, the combo should look something like this. You can ignore that last part. I just felt like doing it. But yeah, there you go. Super simple combo, very easy. The other way to do it is a bit more complicated. So we're going to have to lock majority of the abilities. This one, basically to put things into perspective here, you're going to solar flare, block cancel, overwhelm, block cancel, heaven's cleave, then armor break, and then you're going to go reckless and ankle break. They're the same. It's the same combo. It's always just going to be the starter is more complicated though, is the main thing. So one more time. Solar flare, block cancel, overwhelm, block cancel, armor break, block cancel, chains, heaven cleave, block cancel. Like you see what I'm saying? It's a bit. It's a lot more. Yeah, it's not great for new players because you're gonna be like, what the like, holy shit. It's good to practice later on down the line, you know, if you really want to. Like for sure it holds like merit if you're really interested in doing that kind of thing, but early on, if you're just making money and you're not trying to PvP a whole lot, there's no necessity to do that. It's complete fanciness if you're really trying to do all that. As for your core skill, you should be running frenzied strikes. I should have talked about this earlier, but I kind of just wanted to get the combo out of the way. Frenzied strikes is great because this is one of your hardest hitting abilities for PvE, and also it has, you know, an FG on it with the core skill, so it hits really hard, does a lot of damage, and on top of that, it gives you like critical hit damage plus 5%, which is nuts. In some cases, you could even start with this and then block cancel it or like dash out of it. You wouldn't even block cancel, you would dash out of it because I believe that's the only way to do it. So you do one hit, dash out of it, and then you would go back to starting the combo however you want, and, you know, do that just so you could get that extra 5% damage if you feel like it. You don't have to, because like I said, warrior fucks, like he hits hard as hell, so it's a little unnecessary to do all that. But just know that like that is a for sure possibility. If you really want to kind of like maximize damage, you could just do that, but not a lot of warriors do that, so it's a little unnecessary. Now for a quick PvP combo, it's basically the same thing. You're still going to do reckless, ankle break, you know, pulverized, tempest, slashing, grave digging. You're still going to do all of that, but it's how you start it, right? So instead of doing solar flare or anything like that, let's say you get a grab, you're going to go directly behind them with head chase, and then you do the same PvE combo you've been doing this whole time. The only difference is you are just going to head chase behind them. So the reason you do this is because whenever you grab, it puts you in awakening or pre-awaken. So if you look at this, right, grab, I have my sword and shield out. So you could see swap if you want to, but it's unnecessary. I would just rather head chase behind them to reposition and get the back attacks. It's much easier. So you can head chase from pre-awaken. So basically you angle yourself, you know, whatever way you want. And as you can see right here, if you head chase into them like this, it doesn't work. Like there's collision, right? There's collision. So you can't just forward head chase. So you have to kind of re-angle your camera and then you head chase backwards. I don't know why it's like this. It's terrible. It's annoying. But for those of you that just don't understand how this functions, you know, you grab, then you look behind them, bam, then you go like this, boop, boop, same combo that you've been doing for PvE mobs, and there you go. Simple as hell. Super simple. So yeah, if those, you know, wondering why you can't, you know, why can't I dash through mobs? Yeah, you have to like always angle it backwards for some goofy reason. There's other abilities that you can use to kind of go through mobs too, like this, for example. You could use, you know, this goes through mobs. This is better in succession, of course, but like, you know, this is nor here or there. And I guess the last thing to kind of go over is movement. So like moving between mobs is going to be a huge thing in how to pull the mobs. So pre-awaken is going to be your best friend. Let's pretend that these are all mobs that you want to pull, right? So warrior has like the best pull game in the whole game. Literally, you just press LT-RT, and then this will pull every single mob towards you, and then this is super good. And then you kill the mobs, and then when you want to move on to the next area, you just press forward B, and then you just run to the next area. And then You know, you could do forward RT for shield bash. You could also do some micro movements where you do, you know, like this stuff right here, which is forward slash. Basically, you hold forward LB and RB, and you can, you know, shield slash, yeah, not shield slash, I'm sorry, forward slash a ton of times, and it will, you know, it'll move you a couple inches. This is really good if you need to just move micro inches to like the left or something. So let's say like this is a pack, I kill this mob and I need to go over there. You go boom, 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 and then you go over here, and then you just start your combo, whatever it is you want to do. Super good for just, like I said, moving small distances quickly without burning a giant, you know, like cooldown like this, moving super far. It's a bit of, you know, overkill to do that if you just need to move like 2 inches to the left. And then we have like the little bit more complicated movement, but super satisfying and fun. So chopping kick, right? You can cancel your block with chopping kick, which is a super armor. This is a must learn. You need to learn this because it is a core ability that you're going to use in a lot of cancels. Like, for example, let's say you throw your spear, right? Your bomb spear, it teleports you to them, right? So this is unprotected as hell. You don't want to do this all the time. And sometimes you want to throw a spear and cancel with a protection. So you throw the spear, chopping kick to the side, then you block. You see how I kept myself protected by using chopping kick, which is the super armor, and then I block, which is forward guard super armor. It's really good at keeping yourself protected. But also your bomb spear, it'll teleport you. You can go to the side, right? But you can cancel it with chopping kick. That's why you want to learn how to chopping kick through everything. You can do it through everything. You block, right? Chopping kick. You do counter, right? Like you do this, then you can cancel it with chopping kick, right? Sideways cut, chopping kick. Like you can literally anything. I think you can even do it out of your bomb too. Chopping kick. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, see, you can cancel it with like literally anything. So what I like to do is I do chopping kick, counter, and a spin slash, which is just jumping slash. The best way to kind of, you know, utilize this ability here is just doing this over and over and over again. You just kind of repeat this movement on just over and over and over. Start by blocking, and then you do back B, RB, and then RT. That's all you're gonna do. You just hold the back button, and then you just literally just do this all day. It's super simple. You can just hold back RB and then just do, you know, on repeat. This, the moment you get this down, the moment is when you can start playing warrior a lot more effectively, because then you start to, you know, mess around with cancels and what works and what doesn't work. But yeah, that's gonna be it for today's video. If you have any questions, that should cover mostly the beginner structured parts. But yeah, that's gonna be it. I'll talk to you guys in the next video. Bye bye.